My car broke down, and it was really important that I spoke about it because it's part of the programming. It is just another form of a parasitic process that is trying to grasp onto me to keep me in a low energy phase. And so I have to explain that situation a little bit further because it's almost humorous. So we have to walk through someone else's yard, and we live in the ghetto, and there's literally a pack of 8 dogs, and one of them is trying to bite my baby when my fiance was holding him the other day. And I'm like, this could not get any worse. And I'm like, you have to get rid of the dog, obviously, because now it's trying to bite my baby, and it's a safety issue. So, oh my god, this has turned into a whole big drama thing, and so this is already going on, trying to make me be so down in this processing of everything is gloom and doom. But you pull yourself out of that. So I pulled myself out of that, so another thing could happen. So this is really interesting, and it's important to pay attention. And so when you are looking to really step outside of the matrix, you have to just completely unglue yourself from that kind of thinking. And you can trick the process, the system, by, instead of being angry, I'm going to be giddy about it. I'm going to completely, absolutely ignore the fact that that is happening, because my personal spirit guide spoke to me only one time, and I was kind of upset about it. I was like, you could have talked to me like more than once. I've had some pretty shitty things go on. But when it did speak, it said walk in faith. And that it didn't speak again because that was the most important thing that it could have said. You completely walk in your own faith as your own temple, and you are able to see the programming so clearly, especially if you are living in a low energy poverty program. If you start paying attention, you'll start seeing the same kind of things, the same energy in people. If one person is out of the picture, another person will show up. Like, for instance, you always have the crazy guy that has to walk around on the street and screaming. Well, ours died, okay? So that NPC died. That NPC was immediately replaced by another guy, and over time he started walking around and yelling just like the other guy was. So what does that tell you? It's that same energy, and it's the same system. It is a system. You have to look at this like a system, like almost as if it was an interface to a video game, and the game is your emotions. So step into a different channel of emotions, and your life will change for the better, I promise. And the bad stuff is happening because I am just in this spiritual transformation phase where, like, my consciousness just opened up like so much the other day. Like, it was like so intense. Like, I've never cried so hard in my entire life. I felt like a black hole like opened in my heart, but like spiritually, like I'm like on fire. And so of course all this would come into my matrix, but you see it, you start to understand it, and then you start to understand that, emotionally you can detach from all that stuff. You don't need it. Like, it does not serve my higher purpose. I know that I have purpose now, and that's the energy that I have to work with. So that's important for everyone to understand that is trying to move through the next phase. Like, you are able to have control over that, and it does take research and it does take work, but you're worth it. Like, this is it. Like, it is time to walk in faith with a lot of things, and I should have been doing that more. But You get so into this programming phase of things, it's so hard to step out of it sometimes. But it's all about observation and realization and having solutions, pretty much. That's so important to just really think through things and really get to know the system.